And we're on. Hello, everyone. This is the Ninja DC. Join again for another React video. This time for Star Wars Force of Evil, Season 3, Episode 14, I think. It's the holiday special that's not really sort of canon. So we
can expect to learn a lot about Life Day.
Whee! Life Day.
Life Day.
And how Wookiees cook their food. And what Boba Fett looked like when he got lines. It was a cartoon.
Yeah, I think nothing summarizes like the Christmas special more than the fact that of all the things that George Lucas has done, including the what's the one duck named?
Howard the Duck.
Mm-hmm. Between Howard the Duck and Jar Jar Binks, the one thing he's ashamed of is the Christmas special.
Yeah.
But it did teach us all one very important lesson.
That was?
Whip, 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 stop. Whip, 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 stop. Whip, can be fun. Stop.
But speaking of Star, actually, first let's go back to introductions. Joining me again is Unova.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 8-Bit Reactions. I am one of your fellow reactors, Unova Brony, and I hope you all have ascending waves of good fortune because tonight I am coming in hated and strong. So let me hear a hell yeah to Reactions of Star Versus!
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Testify, brother!
You know, with the lucky star.
And DC's in the back. I'm just gonna wait for this to blow over.
But joining us again is Daylover.
Hello. Next.
Jenn.
Well, that delay didn't take long, but hello everybody. This is Jenn and ready for 8-Bit Reactions. Star versus Force of Evil Holiday Special!
Yay!
I got my cookies and milk. Do you have your cookies and milk? Because if you don't have your cookies and milk, you get a problem because you always do cookies and milk.
It's so early though.
It's never too early for cookies and milk.
I have seconds.
Andy Kaufman knew the value of cookies and milk.
Of course.
And then
It's true.
up next, second.
Hi there, I'm the Second Opinion. And from a critic first and a fan second, stir, whip, stir, whip, 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 stir. Stir, whip, stir,
Oh my God.
stir, whip, stir, whip, 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 stir.
That's
It's not going to get a little wild, but it is going to get a little weird.
Was that for the like Ewoks or something?
It's like a
The
cooking
Wookiee
special.
cooking channel, I
Cooking
believe.
special, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Julia Wookiee.
You have to watch the video to get the
Or
reference.
maybe it was Wookiee a child.
Did you just say Julia Wookiee?
Maybe it was
Yeah.
Wookiee a child.
Okay, that sounds like the greatest thing ever.
So speaking of Star Wars, if I'm lucky, I might be able to get a ticket tomorrow for the Star Wars movie. I'm hoping because I have Movie Pass, which means I have to actually pick up the tickets in person. Which
Everybody's
meaning
so
it's a
lucky
premiere.
these days.
Yeah, which meaning what the way Star Wars is, I might not be able to get a ticket for the entire day. Might be sold out, so it's like
We actually got Force Awakens preview tickets last year.
Ooh.
I want to see that. I want to see the movie. Really.
uh,
Like, I must know what happens.
but also Daylover, so like how you watch the rest of Star Versus?
Yes, I watched the rest of it because like Second introduced me to it and then I could not get enough of it.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask your thoughts on it because You're the unexposed like a few weeks ago. Oh, actually, I guess a month ago. I think it was not. It was only MLP. Was when you're on.
Yeah.
You have trained.
So
you have trained this Padawan well, second.
Yeah.
Oh, you
I
can
like to
see
be in his
nothing
training.
yet.
Wink.
And now it's getting a little weird. And wild.
But what are you thinking? But how are you? What are you thinking of it so far?
I think it's great. Like the last one was so amazing. And I don't know if I'm allowed to spoil or anything, but I just like had this high screech, what is that, laugh and scream at the same time when something specific happened. And my neighbor that lives downstairs asked me if I was okay.
Wait, you're talking about the Monster Bash episode?
I think so. Help me second.
You didn't tell me what it was.
No, it was the, where he goes with his finger and says like she's gone and she swims in stuff to get her dream and she finds her unicorn.
Oh, the movie. The end of the movie.
Probably, I don't know.
Well, that wasn't really a funny part. Are you sure we're thinking of the same thing here?
Yes.
Okay.
I said like a high-speed scream and like laugh and half scream, half laugh.
Oh, you mean her triumphant return?
Yes.
Okay. Because it was just pure awesome.
Yes, and then it was so cute, the small unicorn stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Can help it.
Nice.
But with that said, are you ready for the holiday special?
We're ready.
I think so. Yay.
All right. Everyone have it up?
Yep.
All right. Press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Here we go.
Disney X Zero.
I love that.
And that's
I like
always
that.
Get a little wind, get a little
wild. I come around here from another dimension. Get a little weird. Gonna have a
from around here. I'm from another.
Yay.
Yeah.
We're talking
I'm
what?
talking rainbow.
I'm talking puppies. I'm
talking
Where do you see Kelly wield that giant sword?
I swear that song never gets old.
Yes.
Yay, the stomp.
Oh, hey, a gay couple.
Oh, you like that?
Wait, what? Oh, dang it, I missed it.
That's always fun.
Glad to see that star is still star.
Stop.
Yeah, the stomp. All praise the stomp.
Stop. Stop.
Stomp. Ooh. Okay.
This reminds me a bit of another holiday origin.
Yeah. A certain other magical team series.
Oh, so cute.
Aww.
Mhm.
So
That's actually a pretty simple moment to start an entire kingdom and holiday.
Right.
yeah.
And not a lot of people, so
And only after a few weeks.
Yeah. Yay! Aw.
Oh, great! It's the unlikable like teenager,
Yeah, the
cousin or
goth
whatever it is.
teenager.
The goth teenager.
And God
Yay,
bless
happy
us.
stump day.
Stop! Bless us, everyone.
This is me waiting for Christmas.
Yes.
Woo!
I wish I could brush my teeth like that.
Yeah, me too.
Please, no more horror.
It's Stump Mess. Who's going to take you away to task for your misbehavior?
Okay.
You can't take the horror, you know.
Seriously, not after Glosseric's episode. Never.
Oh. What? He's up to something.
Marco, I've
Yeah.
accepted your way of hoodie
Hello.
wearing for my own life.
No, that was not funny.
Woo!
Is this a happy?
Yeah.
Quinceañera?
Quinceañera.
Oh, cute. Oh, something's up.
But why not?
Yeah, why not?
What have you done? What have you done?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
What was that? That balloon got taken down.
Wow! Oh.
I don't know, like Star sometimes.
For me, I like Star most of the time. Just not when season 2 when you're depressing her with romance.
Actually, you know what? If this turns out to be like kind of a Krampus holiday special, I could totally get into it.
Yeah.
I have no idea about Krampus at all.
He's anti-Santa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
so
a
basically Metal Santa from Futurama?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that's sort of the stump thing is like you behave where the stump gets you is like what they were whispering earlier.
Corta la música!
Opa!
I'm just putting a little bit of Spanish here.
Oh, burn. Yeah.
Oh, wow, Todd.
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh, get the burn here.
Oh, let's go. Ooh!
Mm.
Ah!
Uh-oh. Fight it, Tom. No. Oh, darn it.
Yay.
Firefight!
Awesome.
Yeah, that actually works.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, Ponyhead.
Oh! Oh!
Oh.
Wait, he's still there?
Aw.
Oh, you again.
Oh! Oh!
What the heck?
What are you doing, Star?
What?
Wow. Wow.
Oh, she wants to. Oh, it's the My Little Pony episode with the Wendigos all over again.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's sort of like except the Wendigos brought everyone together.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
What have you done?
No.
There goes the artifact.
Oh, here we go. You know
the
that.
key.
Get ready, you know that.
Oh my god! Why?
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Let's
man.
go.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh,
It's too late, yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
This is so much worse than the season 4 premiere of Pony.
Aw.
What the hell, Jenna?
Well,
What's
Jenna
that?
does provide a good point. At least we can all share that death moment together.
Yeah, great. Aw.
The power of friendship.
Wow.
What the
Oh.
heck is
It worked?
Wow.
what the heck? Wow, anticlimactic.
Yeah, don't anger it more though.
Better do a lot of making up to it for next year.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, you called it second.
Okay. Queen is a smarty, it would seem.
Wow.
Mhm. Rainbow cake. I want the
Yummy.
slice.
Yeah,
Oh.
time zones.
Yay.
Una, dos, tres, yeah! Like música mexicana.
Christmas at a quinceañera.
Um,
Well, there you go.
Spider-Man, yes! Love him. Oh. Ow, 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 ow.
No, dude.
oh.
Never pick up a muffin tin out of the oven.
Oh, he's so cute. Ew, it can mean so many things. Ugh.
But plunger fresh.
What?
Oh,
Oh, God.
my
it's
God.
not
It's a Syrian eye spell. Oh my god.
oh, cute. Oh, bad. No. Oh, so cute.
Goats with the moats.
Mm.
I see all your souls. Raccoon!
I'm washing the cookies.
Raccoons like their
Oh,
food wet.
you know what it means, washing the cookies?
What?
Oh, come on, Jennifer.
I don't know if that's an easy one to put a dirty spin on.
The Warnicorns!
Yeah.
Whoa! That Warnicorn looked a lot like Rarity Dash.
Mm. Yeah. Nah.
That's not very holiday spirity.
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Beans.
Mm.
Wow.
What? Well, that's not good.
No.
Don't
Well, it depends.
I guess we don't totally know for sure, but
I think it's good that she's learning new spells.
Yeah.
well, no, she said though that it's not Star's spell, and this is
Yeah, I
Star's
know.
wand. So Eclipse's spell in Star's wand. What does that mean?
Well, that she's going to be evil in the future episodes.
Well, maybe it's just a part of her repertoire now, adding spells from different creators.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Maybe.
Oh,
Okay.
God!
I mean, maybe they just mean that Star learned one of Eclipse's spells. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. For a second, I took that to mean that Eclipse is spying in Star's wand.
Maybe.
It's possible.
I guess we will find out, though.
True.
Aw.
Stump cake.
This stump cake is made in New Stump City.
You're getting stumped by eating it. Uh-huh.
Actually, the proper response is New Stump City. It's actually like it's based off a salsa commercial.
Ooh. Yeah.
I just like to observe.
I'm just observing, silently judging.
Well, he follows.
It follows. Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Body pooper.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Ew.
Oh, you jerk!
Ew.
Wow.
Oh.
Anarchy.
Ew.
Wow.
What the heck? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Must cause
It's like
disharmony.
it just showed him like, okay, all your friends are jerks.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
Some secret is going to...
Oh!
That makes no sense.
Oh
Oh,
Oh.
A girl bro.
Wow. I love this show so much.
Mm.
Oh my god, the censoring.
Aw.
Oh no.
Mm.
I'm gonna show everybody
Well,
what
it's really
jerks
not
they
his
are.
fault. Yeah. But
Mm.
I mean, I'd be glad if somebody told me that somebody licked the muffins.
True.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Seeing Eye's gonna report
Yeah.
it.
Shit.
Oh no, I reported you. It's like that one friend. It's like everybody drinks, and that one friend that doesn't drink and then sees everything.
Mm.
Ooh, that's totally me.
Yeah.
I also rarely say what I observe.
Oh. Aw. Mm. Aw.
Nice.
What was the logic there?
I don't know.
Oh no! No!
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Perfect moment.
Like clockwork.
Disharmony.
Oh no.
Oh. Yeah, but timing though.
Honesty is not always necessary in everything.
No, it's true.
Oh no. You left him alone.
Aw. What?
Shipping. Aw.
Aww.
Yes, so he doesn't only take the bad things, he also takes the good
I
things.
kind of figured that the solution was going to be along these lines.
Still cute though.
That's
I returned.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, returned with the yays.
Oh my god!
welcome back.
As a ninja, he comes back.
Yes, it is a stump day miracle.
Woo!
Stop
Head
it
first with a
up!
giant floating eye.
Stomping with your hooves, yeah. Woo! Are they like okay?
So is it going to end with the eye showing something else?
No, probably not. Oh, cute!
That
There we
was
are.
amazing!
That's
Yeah, I think it was
cute.
interesting how they made like how they quickly turned seeing eye spell from creepy into adorable.
Yeah,
Yes.
I liked that they were eating like meat.
Irony.
Fly.
But yeah, I mean, well, eyes can be expressive, so they just had to draw him looking like, or for a second at least, looking sad or something, or less like cold and unblinking.
And this was nice.
Yeah.
But I liked the first episode better. I think that was more fun.
Me too.
Well, for me, I just loved the entire package. I guess
I was just gonna say like that. I felt the first episode was a better story, but the second episode was a better Christmas episode. That makes sense.
Yeah, I see.
Yes.
Well, the first one was kind of a Krampus-y episode.
But, Star versus horror.
Yeah. I mean,
it made a stump creepy, so
yeah.
Yep. That deserves an applause. I'm not gonna look at stumps the same way ever again.
yeah, I mean, I was like wondering too when Spider with a Top Hat was saying, why he chose that the moment he did to say, "Oh, you know what? All the spells here stink." I'm just like yeah, from exactly. I remember that being on my mind. Okay, like of all the things he'd be thinking in that moment, why is that the thing to say? And then I ratting him out. It's like like clockwork.
Yeah.
But,
I think it's good.
Certainly wasn't bad. I mean, thought that was a creative enough concept. It's kind of nice to see check in on Spider with a top hat every so often.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Yeah, he's like a really awesome guy to hang out with.
Did he say he has like a machine gun in his top hat?
Yeah,
yes, he does, and it's glorious.
I know.
Like seriously, the ways you can make a top hat become a weapon.
Exactly.
Which, although we didn't actually confirm that he really could do that until a few episodes ago when Star actually used him, because I think before that we were still wondering if that was a dream where he saved the day.
Yeah. I think like that episode was amazing as well.
It was kind of like not knowing too. Like, I mean, I guess I don't mind. I guess that they confirmed he can really do that. But I mean, so
yeah, I like that he's the strongest spell that she actually got, and he didn't know it. Like, yeah.
And he was also the group leader.
Yeah. Making sure that all of the other spells were having a good time. Yeah.
Really cute.
Yeah,
Yay.
really cute for a spider, you know. And oh my
That is
god,
saying
what the
something.
Star does for you! It makes the cute and like awkward designs look absolutely horrifying. Yet makes something like a spider into the most adorable thing. What the
That's
show
true.
does to you?
Also it can make narwhals look adorable.
Narwhals. This is narwhals. Oh no, I'll stop.
Narwhals swimming in the ocean.
Starting
Because
a
like
commotion.
emotion, because they are so awesome. Narwhals
Narwhals
swimming in the ocean. I wish I knew the rest of the words.
Oh my! Never heard that one before.
Oh my god, you're missing out second.
It's a Weebles song. Just like look up like Weebles and then narwhals and
Badger, mushroom.
Oh, a classic! Classic! Help it's a snake, go!
I'll show him later. Wink.
Yes. You must show him all the funny stuff of Weebles. It's hilarious.
Sure.
Gotcha.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
And if those songs end up getting stuck in his head for like a long time, show no mercy.
Yeah.
Hey, I can give just as good as I get.
Ooh.
Oh my!
I would
It's
love
just
some
a
giving.
song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is a song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is a song that doesn't end. It goes on and on.
My friend.
Some people started singing. Okay, mercy this time.
Yay!
Oh my
Sweet
God.
mercy.
Okay,
All right.
Because
Because the problem is that all the Weeble songs are almost exactly like earworms, like that one that the second was singing. It just, what choice will it be today? Will it be the Badger, 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 Mushroom, Mushroom, or will it be Narwhals?
Yeah.
And but here's the kicker: which version of Badger, 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 Mushroom, Mushroom?
You can always be like really cruel and start like, what does the fox say?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I did kind of like Saturday Night Live's version.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that was like such a good, but yet a good song, but yet a song made no sense, but it was actually really good.
Yay.
You can have it.
Oh, that duo did some really funny, really good, really funny songs. It's hilarious. The Stonehenge one just is so funny.
Yeah.
Stonehenge
But,
is hilarious.
Like back to the episode.
Back to Star Versus.
I really think like there's also like a nice references as second set with the Krampus and like holiday spirit and like believing even though others don't believe and stuff like that.
But there's one thing that I was noticing, like she's like, we can't celebrate my birthday and Stumpmas and I want to say Stumpmas, but Stump Day on the same day. I'm like, does that mean that Star is kind of like a messiah of Mewni?
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Oh
so,
no! This means that Star is some sort of messiah.
Well, if she were actually the Messiah, she couldn't be born on the day. They would just have to be celebrating her on the day. That is how it works.
But they were trying to celebrate her and she didn't want it though.
That's true.
Yeah, but that's because she was actually born on the day.
Oh, yeah.
She's born on Stump Day.
Huh? We can't be sure that he's not, or she's not. Oh, no, I don't know. I think it was a nice notion.
That is true. It is a nice notion. But it's also a testament of how mature Star seems to be getting.
Yeah.
If she was the Messiah, though, that would be something like out of that Kevin Smith movie, The Dogma.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yep.
I showed him that.
She did.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
That was an interesting experience.
I just feel like we have like a lot of holiday cheer with like just the five of us just talking, you know? It's like we provide liberty, like through our own experiences, each of us providing a unique energy in order to encourage the conversation along into different directions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you know that was actually very moving.
Oh, thank you very much. I just feel like about this positive energy overflowing me at this moment. I just have to share it out in the best concise way possible.
Aww.
Aww.
I love you guys.
I'm actually at a loss for words.
Where'd all this sentimental stuff come from?
All of the happiness.
Is there water coming out of your face?
It's the holiday episode, if there ever was a time.
I see the water coming out of my face.
I'm not cutting onions.
Exactly. Someone just brought a lot of onions. And just all your fault. You brought all the onions. I'm not crying. You're crying.
Oh, so sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. This was really cute.
Yes, it is.
But
Yeah,
actually, this I meant to bring up like one point of discussion that's sort of been brought. It sort of goes with like the season 3 discussion as a whole in terms of like Star and Marco's sort of strained friendship right now. This episode sort of adds to that, in that Marco planned Star a surprise birthday when she sort of forgot his.
Maybe as a way of leverage over Star in friendship.
Yeah,
It's possible.
That would be something a bit underhanded, but at the same time smart.
Very true.
That could be showing a bit of his evil side showing.
Could be. And just the beginning of the antics of like Tom and Marco like fighting over Star. But when the two bro out with each other, it's just adorable.
Yeah.
Say I'm a good boyfriend. No. I'm sorry, I was a bad boyfriend.
That was too cute. That was so cute of Tom. He's like, I'm sorry, I was a bad boyfriend. Oh. He's like, I can't be mad at him.
Yeah, you know?
You gotta love him for trying, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially since this is totally going to end with him getting the shaft.
I hate, as much as I hate the idea of it, and as much as I hate the idea of it, that's probably what's gonna happen. One thing, these shows like this, they always have they almost never go against the grain. Like who you want, who the dominant ship is, ends up the dominant ship. You know, they never go with like anything other, or they do the what I'm calling the independence cop out, which would be kind of acceptable for Star to do.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Now everybody's in the comment section trying to think of examples where the hero didn't end up with who you would expect them to end up with. Cora, sorry, you.
Oh my gosh, that's what happens. If that's what happens, then that will be on Pidge level freak out.
Wait.
I still hate that twist so much.
What twist? What twist?
Well, I hate Korosami so much. It's just
yeah. How much hullabaloo they made with like.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, they did the impossible there of putting Cora in a relationship at the end that didn't seem needless and totally out of nowhere and stupid and typical.
I mean, the thing is, like, here's what I like. Like, I don't hate Korosami, like the ship, but I hate the execution in the show so much because, like, the way to summarize it, two girls who are in a love triangle over one guy end up falling in love with each other. That sounds like a fanfic. Like, that's what I hate about it, because that's so much like a fanfic story. It's like,
true.
Well, people do it in fanfics a lot, but as is with like, this constant question of like, ooh, who's Mako going to end up with?
Polo.
It's like, it's like, okay, why does it need to be either of them? Why do they need to be in competition with him?
Exactly.
And like,
I'm still. Is there anyone here who kind of still feels sad that Jackie got the shaft?
Yes.
Well, I was really. I felt so bad for Jackie.
No, you could feel the pain in her face, like a reaction. But
I know
going to that, like you were saying earlier, is like going with ships. Basically, Star and like the two ships that were really valid as like end of show ships are Starco and at the end of season 2, Jarko, which is Jackie and Marco. Because let's be honest, especially after the Monster Bash and all, like it's pretty clear that Tom and Star are not going to last long in a relationship. I would be surprised if it lasts. This is the end of the season. But But like Jackie and Marco had they at least by the end of last season they had set up where they still could have a very valid ship. That's how the show ends.
Well, true.
But they like torpedoed that ship.
Well, I mean, the second that Marco and Jackie actually got together, I think it became real obvious that was not their plan, because that's the second they took Jackie off screen almost.
Yep, pretty much. But I still felt bad.
Wait, I loved how Jackie and Marco got together. I thought they were totally wasting a good thing there. And
I agree, and how it started. It started with like Marco being all like, "Oh my God, Jackie's so cool! Oh, she's so cool and everything." And all of a sudden, it was like, at the end, like, really?
The whole thing is, like I said, they had a very valid ship that they even built up with this nice surprise.
They did.
And then
was kind of cool.
Yeah, she was cool.
But
we don't know a lot about her though.
But going back to that is also, it's not that we just killed that, but also this season as a whole, like one of the biggest frustrations that people have felt, but I just feel is good drama storytelling is that Marco and Star, like their friendship is not the same this season.
Right.
It's sort of one-sided where like just because of all the relationship drama, basically Star was trying to move on from Marco, then Marco showed back up, so Star doesn't know really what to do with Marco. And that's why, like I said, like their friendship was like equal, like season 1 and 2, like they're equal, like they had they did things for each other, and like they were so happy just to be around each other. Like just look at the scent of a hoodie, which is like sort of out of context with the season, but like it's in the season, but like it's sort of like more like the where like they really were just best of friends, like ship them or not, they were like so close. But like the rest of the season, they're like, especially Star seems dismissive of Marco, and then the relationship I say is one sided right now because Marco, especially after he realizes he does have feeling for Star, is completely devoted to Star right at this moment, where he's doing everything for Star. That's all he connects to. But Star consciously, except when Marco is basically going to die, which happens several times this season, Star is basically dismissive of Marco.
He's her squire. He's her squire. Pretty much.
I mean, like I could accept the interpretation. Okay, she's indifferent to him because if all of this really happened the way they said it did, that was her reaction when he shows back up. Yeah, that's probably what you should think. The episode itself seemed to be wanting to go the route of more like, see, they're still friends. Like even after all, they still care about each other. And Star realizes she can make, like Marco even offers to just go back home and say, I'm sorry, it was stupid, I'll get out of here. She's like, that's not what I said. Right. And that's why I really hate the like romantic direction they're going also, right now. Like,
sorry, go ahead.
Well, just that, they basically both of them had their feelings laid out clear as day. They had a legitimate alternate ship that like they probably should have maybe explored more than they did if they were gonna make it happen anyway. But no, they did nothing with that. They threw that out the window. They had Star and Marco lay out their feelings for each other, and now they're still trying to say there are reasons it should not be happened. They're still trying to pull it back to like, no, they're standoffish about it, that they have other people that they have totally valid reasons to take a chance with, and that's where I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm done with this like cheap pulling us back and forth gimmick. Like I don't hate love triangles. I mean all the people crying like, oh look, another one in I don't know, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man or Avatar. I'm like, you know what, whatever. It progresses their characters. This is totally just trying to lead us around on a leash, trying to get 10 cent drawn out of it. So,
but also not just like, Marco being, Star being dismissive of Marco. Another reason is that Star is now taking her duties as a princess more serious. She's seeing, in the beginning, it was all about, I'm a princess and I got magical powers, woo! And but now she's like, hold on a minute. She's like, hold on a minute. I'm a princess. I got magical powers. My world,
but
my world. There's something going on in my world, and I need to I need to figure this out, and I need to figure this out. So she's found more priorities other than she's a princess. She can princess with magical powers. She can just do everything and narwhal blasts and warnicorns and everything. She's starting to become more serious in her, and she's taking it all seriously. So that's why that could be another reason that
she's
Marco
queen.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
She's now focused on something serious, and that's reversing decades of prejudice of Mewnin's with monsters. So that's a serious task, and
so much there. Although where season 1 might still be my favorite, is I feel like it doesn't come across like they had the clearest vision in mind on how to progress the series up to this point where she's doing all of these things.
Right, and now they're getting some more footing of really progressing Star.
Yeah,
but just going off that is part of the thing. Was like I don't think it's like Star is fully blamed, but I think she is sort of to blame for like just ignoring Marco after he came back because the reaction. But like part of it is that she is trying to take her becoming a good princess, becoming a good queen seriously. Right. I was trying to figure out, but there feels like there's something wrong the way she's doing it. But I just couldn't put my finger on for a while. But I think after months have passed, it sort of becomes clear that she wants to become a good princess. She's like putting that forward, but she doesn't have like which is all. Well, first of all, it's today that is showing growth in her character. But like I was trying to figure out what was still wrong with it. I think what I put my finger on is she's in the right mindset to try to become a good princess to end all this like centuries of like racism. However. Going off that, like part of our problem currently is she thinks she can do it easily. Like she can just sort of like, I can just get them all together in a party and fix it.
Right, in one night. She thought she could do it all in one night.
Mm-hmm. But I think after the episode with Toffee, she is taking things a lot more seriously though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she like I said, that is her character growth. She does because season 1 and 2.
Maybe she just can't handle like Marco coming back, and she's trying to handle it as best as she can. She's still a teen though, so I understand all of this. I have to give her a little leeway. She's not fully grown yet. She's not a queen yet.
My only question is, does the series have the consideration to see any of it in a light like that? It's still just kind of flying by the seat of its pants.
The logic I've seen both I agree with is the reason that she is sort of treating Marco sort of bad right now is besides being more busy, because that is a factor. When she has less time to goof around with, she's going to goof around with her boyfriend more than probably Marco and or Squire. Right. But beyond all that, like part of the reason also is like Star is trying to get over her feelings of Marco. Yeah. And like we've seen season 1 and season 2, the way Star tries to deal with problems is to basically just avoid them or to try to move on with something else
or blast them or
like
blast
a new boyfriend
or blast them or she blasts them with a cupcake blast or a narwhal blast. Which I wish you could solve problems like that.
But there's also like small hints that she's going to take Marco back with putting the now boyfriend into the same like colored hoodie, or how to say that without any
like some people also some people did bring that up there, like she literally gave Marco's hoodie to Tom as a potential point. The one thing I do hope with Tom and Star is when they do break up, which like I think we can all agree this is not the end relationship for Star is with Tom. I hope he breaks up with her for his character. Like
I hope so. That would I would not mind seeing that. That would be something. Tom's the one who does that.
Yeah.
That would be something.
Maybe he can feel like she's not happy, and when it's not making her happy, he's not happy. That would be beautiful.
That would be a great growth of character for Tom.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the way I could see there's several different ways like Tom could end it. One, like you were mentioning before, Daylover, where he could see that she's trying to make him more like Marco. Another way could be he simply realizes that him and Star, like Star would be better. Like, this is not a good relation. Sort of like with Jackie and Marco, where like Jack was like, yeah, we have a thing going, but like I realize you have someone else in mind, sort of thing, where like he realizes the best thing for Star would be to break up with her, which would show so much character growth with Tom, which is why I hope he is the one that breaks up with Star. Because a lot of his characterization before was like he's just obsessed with getting back together with Star. I hope he is the one that ends it, just so like that shows like, yeah, he does have his own character development.
Yes, agreed. Agreed.
It would be perfect.
Yeah, I agree.
We all agree. Yay.
Agreed.
But yeah, just before we go in, because we sort of went off topic, but episode was also discussing sort of the season as full so far, because we're sort of in a hiatus right now. But going back to this, like, I guess I forgot what I was going back is like, in terms of relationship though, is the way I see things going is like, I guarantee Star and Marco are not getting together by this season's end. Like, I would be willing to bet money on it. But at the same time, I could see
will be
Star
willing to bet the money on the opposite, actually.
Well, the thing is, like I said, I have a feeling that I have a feeling Star and Marco are not getting together by the end of the season. This season, but I have a feeling that Tom and Star are going to break up before this. Well, probably at the season's end or sometime through the season, they're going to break up. And some new drama is going to keep them
happen. Yeah.
Just me. I
remember too, like when, like, just how Marco and Star drifted apart again. Like, come the end of season 2, Star dramatically confesses her love for Marco. Movie opening season 3, Marco's just missing Star and thinking about it, and then he gets back to her, and then like he's heartbroken at the possibility she could be dead. And okay, but yeah, come the end of it all, no. Talking about it, no, I gotta get back. I guess this just isn't going to work. Just nothing. Like they're kind of just like, hey, let's just slide Marco off screen. So who again? Will it happen or won't it happen?
It's going to happen.
Of course, it's going to, which makes it so annoying that they came up with a cheap way to draw it out like that. Like not even addressing it and inventing. Coming up with some kind of a reason, like it would be held off, just like, well, let's just slide Marco over here. It just didn't happen. What?
Yeah, like I feel like it's going to happen. We are getting closer, just because, like, one thing this season did establish that Marco finally realized, like, oh crud, I actually do have feelings for Star, which is like, it's a relationship requires two people, and Star already knew she had feelings for Marco, so Marco realizing that, so like they now, like, it is progress through their relationship, hate or not. The way I honestly, like, I feel like that eventually we will get together or whatever this season. I feel it's going to sort of might go down. Like, have any of you seen the anime Toradora?
Yeah.
Never heard of it. I think I may have heard of it, but never seen it.
Well, like I doesn't really spoil much. But like the way they finally have the main couple get together is basically they're the main couple within their friends, which are like there's a love pentagram, or it's a weird, like there's a lot of people love each other, then they love they're all friends, they're in a classroom together, and then like a secret gets revealed, and then like one of the friends of the main male lead gets pissed off because like he realized he was lying just so like he wouldn't confront. I'm getting too complicated. Basically, the friends literally lock them both in a room together and say, "Okay, you tell each other their feelings now.
Yeah,
we're done with this line. We're done with that. You
they're fitting better together though than this. Like, yeah, I think so.
But I guess this sort of situation I could see this going is basically all their friends are basically metaphorically or might literally lock them in a room together and be like, okay, stop all this. You have feelings for Marco. You have feelings for Star. Admit to it and stop it.
Kiss and make up.
It's probably going to be. Now I have to wonder who's going to be the one who's going to do something like that. It could be. I have a feeling it's probably going to be Ponyhead.
Yeah.
I can just imagine it being like, "Oh, come on, you two! Oh, you come on, you two! I saw you guys like I saw you guys totally making out across the room with your eyes and such. Like, I mean, come on!" Like,
actually, the funny thing with Ponyhead is like, you can sort of see how she because she actually realized that Star had feelings for Marco first, like when Star revealed it to everyone else. She said she called it, but also when Star gets to get back together with Tom, Ponyhead is disappointed.
Yeah.
Which so that's why I say I think she knows. Like she sort of knew that Star was getting together with Tom again, sort of like as a what's the word for rebound boy, like a rebound with her ex,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
That's never good.
But actually, it reminds me like that's one thing I have to going back to the season as a whole because we eventually got to go back to discussing this season, this episode itself, I think. But this actually season has been pretty good for Ponyhead, which is a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, she's not annoying like a certain other pony of a certain other show.
By which one are you talking
just
about?
That description?
By which pony are you speaking of? You know, Bob?
The show, I mean.
Rainbow variety.
The one. Wait, the one what?
The one of the rainbow variety.
Oh, he's talking about the only one that managed to produce an episode that was still creative and enjoyable.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to diss that episode of season 7, but I'm just saying.
No, it's cool.
No. Remember, all praise the stump.
Of course, praise the stump.
All right. I admit I was just doing that to spar, but I mean, she's like, well, back from what she's done so far, she's pretty much locked in as my favorite character. But I feel like they're gradually running out of steam with her.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe like Rainbow Dash. We need to eventually get back to somewhat of a topic, but I do agree. I think that's what with Rainbow Dash last season is they didn't know what to do with her at this point. She's in Wonderbolts. Now what?
Right. That's her dream. So that's her dream. Now what?
Yeah.
So
some of the other
characters, the attitude of the last couple seasons, just like, okay, well they accomplished their goals. So what now? What do you mean? What now? They're like done. Isn't that how it works?
It seems that way.
Like it's not like they still have
never done though.
Dimensions or personality or something. Okay.
Yeah.
At all. But
like in this, like in Stars versus, I think like they haven't gotten to their end point yet. Well, start some shaped way or how, but like that's only because I want to see what I'm seeing.
Right. We were talking about Ponyhead though, and like I don't know. I mean, I felt I
don't think that she will ever get to her resolve though.
I mean, well, heck, I felt like before, her big thing was her envy of Marco, and then now that that's pretty much over with. It's heck, they didn't even try to say like, now like we have to do something else with that issue. Like Ponyhead, she has jealousy complexes, right? So maybe we have to make her jealous of someone else. It's just like, okay, no, they showed us something else that goes on in her life, and they told us a story about that. Or they just showed us how her interaction within the group takes shape now that they all hang out. She's the rambly one who sounds like she's improvising all her lines. Cool.
Yeah, like Pinky.
Yeah. But she doesn't. But she's not a fourth wall breaker like Pinky is.
Oh, you will never know. Maybe it will come.
No. The day when Ponyhead breaks the fourth wall, actually, like, well, there you go. Well,
I guess you could say Ponyhead's sort of like a she's sort of like, I guess you could say she's sort of like a Disney approved version of the she's like a Disney approved version of the .mov version of Pinkie Pie.
Nice,
yeah. But I think that they will figure it out in the end. Like, I think everything's going to be good.
But I forgot. I feel bad about this, but I forgot what's the name of the princess that was that said camera phone all the time. I forgot
She
what the
have a
name
name?
was.
They
I
gave a
forgot what the
name
name
for her,
was.
but they only said it like once or twice.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna call
don't
her.
be feel bad. We don't remember.
I'm just gonna call her
Yeah,
Princess
camera
Camera
phone.
Phone. I'm just gonna call her Princess
Yeah.
Camera Phone. That's
Do
all
that.
there is to it.
Yeah.
I know they at least gave her name once when they were asking where she was when they did the camera phone thing.
Right.
So we do know her name, but it's not like we know her name. It's like they literally just gave it out, I think, maybe
Right.
once.
No, I don't think like that's important. No, it's important to know what she's called, the one with the shapes on her cheeks, like that is in related to Star, but I also forgot
Right.
what she-
Miss Heinous?
Maybe.
Yeah, Miss Heinous.
Meteora, yeah, Meteora,
Now she's
yeah.
and now she's Meteora.
Yes, she's
so-
Meteora, yeah.
Right. So now that's a definite curiosity. Like, whoa.
I was just like, what about the other one, the one with the head and also something on her cheeks? It's not the same
That's
person, though.
Yeah, that's Eclipsa.
Yeah, Eclipsa, yeah.
Right. And the thing
really
is,
like
Eclipsa's a really scandalous. She's a real scandalous queen.
I know, like, I hope, like, she's going to be the one that is taking over in the new season. I know it sounds weird, but I think, like, she has some plot that we need to know stuff about.
Right.
And her actually not being evil. I don't believe that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like really wanting to inquire like what the heck is going on with somewhere in the royalty, what in the butterfly world royalty, why was Eclipsa, banned, and why was Eclipsa like sealed and everything, or we got an idea of why, but
and she was also in love with a monster, so she can relate with Star and
yeah, and apparently she had a child with that.
Yeah,
she had a child with that monster.
Yeah, it's Eclipsa, or it's what's it? Meteora.
That's Meteora, yeah.
Cool
yeah, going by the thing, like I feel we'll learn more about. Actually, we'll probably get a straight up flashback. I guarantee at some point this season for Eclipsa. But I have a feeling Eclipsa will be evil, air quote, but she won't be full evil. So like basically, like I keep saying throughout the season, she'll have a good objective, but she'll do it in evil ways. Is how I kept describing it. That's how I eventually see her. But I have a feeling for this season, like it will end with Eclipsa's trial and her getting off, or her just basically saying screw it and just leaving on her own will. Either way, Eclipsa gets free. So I feel Eclipsa is not the end villain this season, but like season 4 is where like it's going to be where Eclipsa is like more on a full antagonist. This season though, I feel like it's going to come to a head with both Meteora and what's crazy Sailor Moon girl's name?
The monster, the guard,
greatest warrior lady who's also an idiot.
that one.
I forgot her name as well.
I don't know. I just know that she's cuckoo. I just know that she's cuckoo.
She premiered in one of the weakest episodes I've seen, and don't know it.
But yeah, like I was feeling like that those two like fighting, they're going to be sort of at center of like the big end of season 5 or whatever. Those two are probably going to be the source of it.
I hope like they will get rid of her, like the crazy warrior one. I don't know, like either make her full blown villain or redeem her or something and get it over with, because I think the other things are more interesting. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, the one interesting, one theory way I have, like they might. I don't know. This would be very dark way. It was like, one interesting way they could finish her off is basically in her crazy fit, she puts Star's life in danger. Then Marco uses Star's wand and the darkest spell to kill an immortal.
Right. Ooh.
Because remember, he was there when Moon was trying to use a spell on Toffee.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
That could really make for some interesting twists.
True.
I don't think it will go that way. Because I'm feeling, they might go the dark Marco route, but I have a feeling that I don't think it would happen in that way, but like that's like an interesting way it could go on. I do think that she will be gosh, I can't remember her name. I think it begins with M too. I can't remember. It's like, what is that name? But I have a feeling she
Meteora?
will be. No, the other one.
Oh,
Lady.
which one?
Mini?
Crazy lady.
Oh, Crazy Lady.
That's it.
Where's
Yeah.
gonna, I have no idea.
Go faster,
Yeah,
people.
but her name, like, I mean, I have a feeling she will be dealt with. She'll basically be
Nina Loveberry.
dealt. Yeah, no, wait. Yeah, Mina. It wasn't big of a thing.
Yeah,
Mina,
I was right. I did say it. Mina.
Hey.
Mina, I have a feeling will be dealt with by the season's end, and so the climax where she won't be the main or even a big threat. So he'll be dealt with either in prison, killed, frozen, whatever, by this season's end. Just because I feel she's too direct of a threat to like be like an overarching villain. So I have a feeling she'll have some big confrontation and then be dealt with, imprisoned or killed, whatever. She'll be dealt with.
Right.
Ninja, like the thing, like you said, it just gave me a good idea for something. What if it's not Dark Marco, but Dark Star instead? Or Fallen Star? So
Well, they've been hinting that Marco is the one who's more vulnerable to corruption, I think.
But still, like, if she's like willing to give up all of her stuff for him, like, and we find out that she's actually in love with him and stuff like that, and she gives up everything, all of her powers and stuff. I don't know.
The interesting thing is, like, the way it goes, I feel like it'll sort of be, they could be sort of in between. I don't think Star will get like the evil curse mark upper hand, or she'll be using like spells like that. But I haven't feeling she will be acting more on Eclipse's advice.
Yeah, I think so.
Where she won't be corrupted, but she will be more self-centered. Like she'll be going down a self-centered path for a little bit. I have a feeling though Marco would be the one that would be more like directly corrupted. Like Marco, I could see being like possessed by evil or whatever. I don't see Star getting possessed by evil, but I have a feeling Star will be more screw Mewni sort of way.
Right.
Just because I think we are going to get to like more of a head where when Star has a talk with her mom is like, tell me about Meteora, because this seems like a very important thing.
Right.
And if it runs in the blood, like being evil, like the mom says, I don't know, like maybe it skipped a generation.
Or like
Honestly,
Meteora was some sort of apparently Meteora was some big, deep, dark, dirty secret.
Yeah. I just want that. Yeah.
Mixed blood.
Or we will find out that she wasn't evil at all, like, and the mom just full blown it out. But I don't believe that either. I do believe that something happened. Yeah. So.
Actually, that reminds you of a funny joke I have. Like, I feel like the joke I mentally keep having, like, with this is like the big reveal is going to be that humans are monsters all along. That's going to be the
you just Shyamalan. We just got Shyamalan.
No, and like the way I mentally keep seeing that scene is like I have like it's literally like that. What's that one like movie quote? It's like the "What is people?"
But
green something is people.
But a meaningless pile of friendship.
Green. Whatchamacallit, the green plant or whatever.
Like I'm talking about the sci-fi reference where like saying blank is people,
Soylent Green.
Soylent Green is people. Like I just mentally keep saying that like humans are monsters. Humans are like someone doing the exact same things. Like that's how I always mentally say it. That's actually how I got the idea. It's like that's how I mentally keep saying it every time. It's like that's going to be like big shocker reveals. Like, oh yeah, big surprise. That like when they can't clearly define the like what defines a monster differently from Lucitors and all of that.
Yeah. I also want to see like Meteora's baby, or how to say that. It could be interesting.
See her as a baby or see her baby?
No. She has a child though, but we don't know what happened to the father or the child. We don't know anything about that, right?
No, the child was the child. Meteor was a child. It was Eclipse's was the mother.
Oh, it was Eclipse as well. Okay.
Yeah, it was Eclipse and the monster, but we don't know who the monster is.
No, yeah, the monster. I really want to see that. Yeah.
Right, I agree. It's like, who in the world?
Oh, that could be interesting if Okay, if the monster, she falls for the monster, and like it's going to escalate that way instead, and she's going to leave like Marco and the ex-boyfriend in the dust, and we're all going to hate it.
Probably, if that were the case.
Honestly, though,
they're actually going like.
All right, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, I do see, like, what you're saying about the monster. Like, I have a feeling like that's going to be established in a flashback or something. Like, yeah, I have a feeling he was killed. I guarantee, like, he was just straight killed.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm just going that now. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised it was Mina that just straight up like capped him.
Oh
like,
yeah, absolutely.
Which, well, Eclipse then is pretty chill about her current situation, if that's honestly the case.
Yeah, I would say that as well. Yeah, I don't believe like he's dead or she's dead or whatever.
No, like I have a feeling he's dead. Like, no, will he stay dead as a thing? Like that's like one theory people brought up is like that Eclipse's dark plan in the future is to use necromancy to bring him back, and that might like cause horrific blah 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 happens because of it. Again, that was an example of like Eclipse being evil without being evil, because bringing back her like husband that she loved from the dead, like that's not necessarily an evil thing, but it could have evil ramifications, sort of thing.
Right. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. But it would be an epic fight if they had like this monster, like, and we find out that they have ties to Star, and she can't like kill them or like get rid of them because of this. I don't know. What you're saying, honestly, second?
Just that, yeah, like I could actually kind of see them going the whole like, we don't need to just all hinge on just one big bad, or we don't need like just one bad guy to be somebody we can blame this all on. Like Eclipse, I could totally see them going the route of her just being like chaotic neutral. Like, no, it's totally true. I didn't do anything wrong, but I never said I was going to try to like help you guys be this. Yeah.
Well,
hero.
The one thing though,
Eclipse has been an Eclipse.
Yeah, the one thing I will say though, like I have a feeling one thing they're going to bring up that Eclipse did that was evil is like the way she was like sort of shaky about like, oh yeah, I lost my mother at an early age too, and like she was like looking away. I have a feeling she might have killed her mother. Like, that might be one of the dark things she does, or like, or example, like it could be her mother was literally like Mina level of racist towards monsters, and like she was like, I would never approve of your thing. She might killed her mother that way during them. Like,
maybe the mom tried to kill the baby and she defended her child.
Or that, or could have been an accident, or could have been an accident.
Yeah, then I also like
Yeah, again, I have a feeling Eclipse is not going to be like some people say, like, oh, what if Eclipse really is just all innocent? Like, no, like there's too much foreshadowing that she did something bad. So,
but we don't know what it is, though. Yeah,
but at the same time, I don't feel. At the same time, it's been also established that this season that Mewni society itself is a villain. Like Mewnis are a straight up racist kingdom. So yeah. No, go on.
I was going to say what I do kind of like about Mewni's like something. It's like it seems to be like the less bigoted of like all their lore at the moment. Like the only thing I could actually say has a bit of respectability to their side.
It actually reminds me. I wonder if they're going to go back to Mewni. They're going to have a second Independence Day celebration.
Oh my god, it's going to be so different.
But like in Mewni.
Yeah.
Actually, that was what I was trying to go back to. Is like right when you, Colin, I was about to say we should probably go back to Stump Day. Then you sort of brought us back there. Like any other closing thoughts on that specific episode or episode pair?
Nope, I can't think of anything.
I was actually thinking about a future episode where Star is almost getting married to the one that she's with now. Okay, hear me out. And like Marco objects, and then all stuff is going to happen. But I think like the season could also go in the direction of like keeping them together, just to drag it on, and then something happening. Yeah, like that. I don't know. Maybe that was a little bit too wild.
I
It's
could
gonna
totally
be a
see
little
them
wild.
taking it there too. Trying to make it something that dramatic.
Yeah,
like
like
that's
really
how Marco and
dramatic
Star
stuff.
are going to get together. It has to be dramatic enough.
Yeah. And I could imagine like this grade where like there's demons on one side and humans on the other side, right? And them joining the union because now monsters and humans are going to live together, right? So Star is not only doing it because she thinks like she loves her now boyfriend, but she also does it for Mewni. But then Marco will stand up and everything is going, and it's going to be wild. No, okay. If the episode happens, I called it.
There you go.
I think I'm done.
I am still a little bit interested in where they're going with Kelly. Like, for someone who was just such a minor character, it seemed they keep kind of hinting at her having at least some plot to play in this. Like, Jenn. Just because the two guys are fighting, Marco's fighting over, and plus that guy is back in her hair, which is like, I thought they put their foot down and had him move out.
Right.
Yeah, but maybe she can't get over him as well. Like, and the show is trying to show us that,
or maybe she's going to do nothing in the show. Just decided, what good is she without that gag?
Right.
Well,
that's the one thing with like there's two things with Kelly. One, I hope she and Todd, like, was it Todd or I think it was Todd or Tad. No, it was Tad.
Todd?
No, I mean like no, the
guy in her hair.
Oh yeah, that's Tad.
Yeah. With Kelly, I was like, that was like I hope they do stay broke up because like that their gag about breaking up and getting back together. I really do hope they actually just stay broke up.
Yeah.
But also with Kelly, I guarantee there will be an episode that is a Marco Kelly episode where they're hanging out and basically they won't date. I have a feeling like Kelly and Marco, I have a feeling will not date they won't date, but they will flirt is the way I have a feeling they're going to have this season. Or I have a feeling like Kelly and Marco are going to have basically a mini adventure episode together.
What about Marco and Jana?
I don't think so, although I do kind of love how Jenn is still delightfully twisted. Like, at least we're all going to die together. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Jana, don't ever change, you twisted freak.
But still, it'd be kind of like amusing just to see Marco continue to squirm, like, just with her or whatever, But it's clear that Jana has some sort of like thing for Marco or some sort of thing for torturing him.
Yeah.
Take that as you will. I will not take that as you will. I will not see the fan art of this. I'm drawing the line. I'm drawing the line here.
Now. I'm going to do it, Jennifer. No, I'm kidding.
Oh dear. I can't watch. I'm sorry. I normally I can't.
No,
normally
I
can't. Normally I can, but just something in me is like you got to draw the line somewhere. Lines have to be drawn in this case, and in this case, many of them that have to make it pretty. That have to make an image of questionable things
with chains. Oh no, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say hot wax, but I was gonna say
A
hot
little
wax
wild
and
indeed.
I was gonna say hot wax and pentagrams and such, but I don't know.
No, that's after the wedding I just talked about.
Fair enough.
Hey.
But still, it'd be kind of just fun just seeing. It is kind of fun, but it's kind of crazy seeing like Jana's interaction with Marco.
What is that woman called with the fire in her hair and the other
Hekapoo.
Yeah, Hekapoo. Why can't they make a episode like where he goes to her dimension then and are like, well, if Star don't want me, I can just like go here, of course.
Oh, Hekapoo would turn him out in seconds. So Hekapoo doesn't have time for
that's
that.
one thing is like I don't feel like we won't get that this season, but like if like basically at the like I don't know how the season will end, but like one way I could see ending is basically Marco and Star not like basically having a fight and basically separate going away. Like Marco does like what Tad said, and hey, if Dimensional Scissors go anywhere, and he decides just to go elsewhere. If that's like part of season 4, I have a feeling like that we will have another Marco and Hekapoo episode, but I don't think we'll get that this season. Because I think it is adorable how Hekapoo is actually does have a crush on adult Marco. I think that is actually hilarious.
Yeah,
that is funny.
That is hilarious. Yeah.
What
if
like,
she's like, no, that's too much.
Wouldn't it be funny if there was like, some sort of moment where Star and Hekapoo kind of fight over adult Marco?
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be hilarious.
And then Tom comes into the
if that happened, it would also have to have they would have to show future Star though. I have a feeling if they would have to do that, they would have to.
They need a future Star.
That would be.
Well, I don't know. Well, I guess it would make sense it makes sense to have a future Star.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess I guess it shows sometime during this hiatus have like a discussion of the rest of the season for Star Versus and also hopes for that's for next react I actually want to do is hopes for season 8 of MLP. That'll probably be after Christmas at some point. I would say before Christmas. But
is it confirmed?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What? Season 8's confirmed?
Oh, it's already been confirmed for like
like there's already like
for a long time.
They already have like they already released the animatic.
Oh my god!
Jennifer saw that.
My god!
Have you been living under a stone, Jennifer? What is happening?
I have been living under a stone apparently.
Apparently it's nice under the stone.
No, actually it's cold. No, actually it's cold and dark. And it's actually cold and dark and lonely. But never mind. We're getting out of the stone, and I didn't know. I swear up and down, I did not know about season 8 being confirmed. I was too much into either like waiting for the movie to come out. And then I saw the movie, which is really good. Animation is just top notch. But yeah, I had no idea that like there was already an animatic for season 8.
Yeah. Don't look it up though.
I'm not looking up any spoilers. I want to be surprised.
Spoil-free, yeah.
Spoil-free.
I want to be
surprised.
Oh yeah. What a classic All Dogs Go.
I like to surprise you second.
Here.
What a classic All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yes.
Oh, the first cartoon that actually showed you hell as a kid.
Yeah. Well, that's not quite true because also in Fantasia there's a representation of hell and Satan. So.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're right. In Fantasia, you're right. In Fantasia,
there were shorts. There were cartoon shorts
depictions of hell. Yeah.
Wait, Looney Tunes did that too. Looney Tunes.
Yeah. There are also Donald Duck episodes with this and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I wish that we see hell in Star Versus. That would be like I know we see where Tom lives and stuff like that.
Right.
But the literally hell where the parents are living and stuff like that. I want to
Right.
see that.
I gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you mean actually see their castle and kingdom?
Yeah,
and all
their
that.
kingdom and stuff like that. Because like I really love the mom. I would love to see her again.
Yeah, it
Some
actually is
small-
a place I would like to see is the actual, because all we've seen of Lucitor is basically Tom's room and the beach. That's like the two spots we've seen there.
That's not what I want to see, though. I want to see the castle or what they're living in. They're
Let's
living in
see
a lava
some
pit.
demon
I'm
turd.
calling it.
That could work.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Hey.
It could happen.
The poor father, though. If he's supposed to live in the lava pit
Well, like some
forever.
sort, like if Tom and Star reach a point, is like, yeah, I want you to meet my parents, or what if like,
Yeah.
what if he already met their parents?
Yeah, but we haven't, though. We have not been in that realm.
Right.
Ooh, it could be nice if Marco makes scissors cut to that dimension, and the parents just sucks him in or something.
Oh yeah,
Didn't we
absolutely.
already meet Tom's parents though? Like, weren't they at the
Yeah.
dance ball?
Yeah.
yelling
Yeah,
at
but we
the
haven't
king? Or-
seen their realm where they live and stuff like that.
Right.
But my point
Yeah,
being
like-
that Tom can't do a Star. I want you to meet my parents. Like,
Why not?
Because she, for all intents and purposes, already has.
Yeah, but
Right.
it could be like the episode I was talking about, them getting married because of Mewni's stuff now, and everything is going to go haywire.
They could be like, Star, you've got to marry. Well,
Yeah,
since you're all intent on making peace with monsters, now demons are next.
that's what
So
I'm
that
calling.
means-
Yeah,
So that means you gotta marry. So that means for the sake of Mewni, you gotta marry Tom.
yeah,
And then also it'll turn into one big giant like a romantic cliche. They'll be like do you, Tom, take Star to be your lovely whatever? Like
Yeah.
do you Star? Do you?
and then Marco will
then Marco's
stand
like,
up in the
"Oh,
last second and be like, "I object." Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be like
Right. They were subverting
cliche.
that one all the way back in Shrek.
Exactly.
yay!
No, you gotta wait until he says, "Speak now, forever
Oh,
hold your
God.
peace."
And you're-
Fine. What does he say? Oh, he already said. For crying out! I object.
He's like, oh, you already said it.
Like
Oh,
if you object,
yeah.
you just object. Don't hold it in, though. Don't get that.
I love the one that says like, you want to hold her, please her. Then you got to try a little tenderness. Chicks love that crap. Love that scene.
But
Yeah,
this
like-
was
It'd be
nice.
hilarious. It'd be hilarious if it was
Replace-
like that.
And if I don't see
Replace
you
Donkey
guys
with
before,
Ponyhead.
Oh.
Say that again.
Said replace Donkey with Ponyhead with that scene.
Oh,
Ooh.
perfect. You got it. Perfect. We just wrote the scene. Perfect.
Mhm.
We'll take payment in cash.
Yeah. But I was just going to say, like, if we're rounding off and I'm not going to be in these reactions before Christmas, then Merry Christmas. Yay.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas to all,
Merry
and
Christmas.
to all, and
Glædelig
to all.
jul in dansk.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good Christmas.
Yay.